Hello! Welcome to The Healing Artist. I'm your host, Frida, and friends, it is a Frequency Friday episode. Yay! If you're new here, I am a semi-trance voice channel. The energy that comes through me is called Elizabeth, and on Fridays I answer questions from the collective. If you have a question for Elizabeth, you can write it in the comments below if you're watching on YouTube, or you can contact me by writing me an email at fridamoletskyhealingarts@gmail.com, and that's in the show notes below. Friends, today I wanted to talk to you about elevating your frequency. Here's the deal. Earlier this week, I recorded this Frequency Friday episode. And I have been releasing a ton of energy. What is coming up for me to clear right now is all sorts of things around basically what I'm going to call unhealthy Enneagram 2 behavior. So I have been working on that, and I really was processing a lot of energy when I dropped in and recorded an episode with Elizabeth earlier this week. And what came through the channel was all about the rising waters, working with water. And there was information that came through the channel that to me isn't exactly the sort of thing that I want to put out there because it could be misinterpreted as fearful. Basically, she was saying Mother Nature is coming, get to high ground. That's cool. Like, I hear these messages and I understand the energy behind them because the energy is flowing through my body. I refuse to put out content that brings fear into the world. So I recorded this episode. I was doing a lot of processing, and I personally did not have a super duper high elevated frequency. And when I channel, when I work with students, when I am teaching courses, what I want to do is I want to raise my vibration. I want to get happy. Well, thankfully, teaching is one of the things that makes me the most happy. So sitting in a room full of students and sharing with them, channeling for them, sharing with them, moving energy, sitting in the middle of some really difficult stuff and transmuting it into love, working with them if they have physical pain and staying with it and moving the energy so that they actually get to feel like they are moving out of the physical pain, like releasing that stuff, releasing tension in the body. That is my joy. That feels so good to me. That is my happy place. And then afterwards, I am jazzed when I'm done teaching. I'm like, woo, like so thrilled. Because it feels good. I have done good. I am seen and heard in the way that makes me feel positive, and I love it. So that's how I know I'm doing something that I love for work right now, because it makes me feel so good. It is me following my bliss. So there are a lot of things in our world that are lowering our frequency without us actually knowing it. I used to be absolutely addicted to true crime. I loved it. I listened to every episode of everything. I was a podcast junkie. I can't even tell you how many 2020s and Forensic Files and Datelines, all the documentaries. I had consumed it all. And it was kind of fracking with my head in this way where I'm just like, this actually isn't good for me. And I had really close people in my life actually tell me that they saw changes within me from me consuming so much of this stuff. So one time in meditation, I got this download, a hit, that I needed to quit it with the true crime. And when I did, I verified it with another energy healer. They gave me some advice and I stopped. I just cold turkey stopped consuming true crime. And what it allowed me to do is to raise my frequency it up-leveled me in a way where I've never been down there again. So I used to only be able to really be tapping in with my higher self and speaking with my guidance when I was like dropping in meditation completely. But when I quit it with the true crime, they're on tap. At any point, I'm just have elevated my frequency that I can talk to angels, my guidance. I can get in contact with my higher self. Those things were not possible because it was messing around with my auric field. It was messing around with my energy because it is a lower vibrational frequency. It is filled with anxiety and fear. Every once in a while, I'll have a craving for some sort of police procedural, and I'll just go full in. But I recognize how it affects my energy, and I'll do just like clearing. I need to clear my system after consuming this kind of entertainment. All right, returning to this notion of elevating one's frequency. So, to stay upbeat means to be surrounding our things with things that elevate our lives. Now, I am dressed this way because I have just returned from Zumba, and that is something that really genuinely elevates my frequency. It was at the Unitarian Universalists Easter Sunday, and like the congregation did this like group dancing type thing where we were all moving our bodies, and it was so fun to dance with other people. And I noticed how freeing it is for me, and the work that I've done is just, I am so out there and not caring and just out and elevated and moving with other people, because I can dance alone and that's fine. But when other people are dancing too and we're doing it together, and then, oh, it's just so freeing and open and expansive. And then just the energy moving between people and all of that is just so yummy. And then doing it and learning synchronized dance routines with other people, it's just so fun. So fun. So I am actually waiting for the handy ladies to come. They're theoretically on their way. And to help us work on a home construction project. And I don't feel like channeling with Elizabeth today. That's just not where I'm at. So happy Frequency Friday. If you want your life to get better, work on things that elevate your frequency. Quit it with the things that do not. Things that lower one's frequency is way too much social media. Like when you are sucked into loops, YouTube rabbit holes, they ultimately end up arriving at conspiracy theories that are no bueno. Please be careful. Like, you don't need that stuff in your life. Like, it's not healthy. You don't need it. So just notice. And a really great place for you to start is just noticing how different things affect your energy. You might not love the taste of kale, but how does your body feel after you eat a whole bunch of kale compared to how does your body feel after you have McDonald's? So live food, especially if you've grown it yourself, which is even better, but like living food that is of a certain quality, feel how that feels when you eat it. Like that is giving your body a different vibration and frequency than McDonald's. This isn't rocket science. And if you're listening to me, I know you already know this. It's a reminder. It's a reminder. So what are you consuming? And that means everything that you listen to, gurus, spiritual teachers, who are you listening to? If you have people in your life that are telling you what to do outside of helping you understand how to have a spiritual practice, maybe how to get grounded, how to meditate, how to open your Akashic records, here's like the how-to steps of doing something, learning the emotion code, like these kind of things, right? Yay for that, yay. Learning a method, a methodology, how to read a chart. Yes, all of that, great. But when you have spiritual teachers that are then using their views, their life experiences, their things from a place where they're telling you, they are reading for you through their own experiences when they haven't done a lot of their own inner work, you're gonna get that reader or that teacher, you're gonna get their shit on you when you're taking their advice. So please, this is about using your discernment about what you put into your body. What do you put into your frequency? Some teachers resonate in certain ways for me and then not in others. Like they might have an aspect of what they do that I really appreciate, but then when I get that little it's not an alignment. It's just take what resonates and leave the rest. Always, always, no matter what you are doing, always, you want to learn, first and foremost, what do you feel like? Who are you? What do you feel like? Without everyone else, without the conditioning, without all of that stuff on you, you identify what do I feel like? And then you can understand what is coming at you when the world starts hitting you with all of these different things. And you feel them, and then you don't know what's yours because you don't know who you are or what you feel like. Well, how do I do that? Well, that's why you start a spiritual practice. That's why you start a meditation practice. This is about you. This is about your experience in the world. How can you learn to get to know yourself? What else is there? If people's whole entire thing it's other focused, like they're other focused, I want to help other people. When you're helping other people, what is the thing within helping other people that you enjoy? I hope this podcast helps other people. It is my intention that it helps other people, but I make it because I like running my own mouth. I like editing it because I can hear myself back and sort of see where I'm at. When I heal, when I level up, I can't remember who I was. So it's kind of like a pretty cool thing that I can look back on in life and be like, oh, I was there. Oh, I was there. And remembering. If I say it, I can forget it. Because I don't want to hold on to who I have been. It's so interesting. I have a friend who's a biographer, and we've been talking about I am contemplating doing this biography just of like my earlier life experiences just to be done with it, because I'm still watch myself holding on to it a little bit because I don't want to forget it, because there's still this energy around like, oh, what if I need to tell other people to prove to them that I have like street cred, that I know what I'm talking about because I come from extreme childhood trauma. But I'm not that person anymore, not even a little bit, not even remotely. It may as well be erased from my existence. I can find it if I really concentrate on it, but like, how about I just let it go and evolve and, oh, right, that. It's there. That's where I came from. That's what originally cracked me open and is the baseline for the work that then I spend my life doing. Do what thrills you. Make a list of the things that you genuinely enjoy. You like Zumba? Did you remember it existed? It was like so popular 10, 15 years ago. And I remember just thinking like, oh, that looks stupid. And now here I am, 45 years old, and I cannot get enough of it. I absolutely love group dance classes. It's so much fun. I loved dance classes when I was a little girl, and here I am in my middle age loving them again. If you don't know what you enjoy, a great place to start is remembering back to what did you enjoy as a child. In what ways did you enjoy playing? That's a good hint as to what might make you happy. All right, friends. If you want to hang out with me more, I offer 30-minute donation-based Elizabeth channeling sessions. You can find those on my website, fridahealing.com. You can join my morning meditation community. You can check that out. It's called Return to Self-Love. Again, on my website, fridahealing.com. You can find out all that information. I also have private sessions, 30-minute, 1 hour, 90-minute. And I also have mentorship. I have one mentorship student that I'm working with right now, and it is great. I love it. I have other courses as well that are released over time. So if you want to know what's going on in real time, join my mailing list. Again, that's at fridahealing.com. All right, friends, I love you. God, universe, source loves you. Do whatever you want this weekend. You just enjoy the hell out of yourself and have a wonderful day.